On your mark. Get set.
The time 9.44 seconds.
Power to defeat by demons.
Very nice.
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
Happy New Year!
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today? If my memory is correct, and it's not always, I think it's Wednesday. So happy Wednesday to everybody. Thank you for stopping by. One of the things we put in place yesterday was the streamers at the top right hand corner, but also it posts to chat. What I don't understand is I have it set to 10 minutes, but when we're on the starting screen, which we need to disable them on anyway, it looks like we were getting every 2 minutes. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, make sure it's not every 2 minutes. That wouldn't be so good, but it looks like it fired at 128. And 131. I'll have to see. Hopefully that was just a startup glitch, but I have it on my list to disable posting thumb streamers to chat when not on main scene. So we will see if we can fix that. But also Skip the Pickle looks like he's flagged for mature audiences, and we said we would manually go through and take those streams out of rotation so we don't just get a screen that gives a warning. So I'll just jump into followed channels real quick, search for Skip. There he is, Skip the Pickle, delete. Okay, so we shouldn't get him coming up on rotation again. Sorry Skip, but you know, it is what it is. So that's that done. Alright, so last time when it's okay, I'm not mature. That's okay, I'm not mature either. So yeah, I'll join these streams and I'll say, okay, alright, let's see what this is all about. And yeah, I wish you could flag a stream as immature. That would be good. If you go in there, there's going to be lots of toilet humour, lots of dad jokes, lots of immaturity. Maybe I'll suggest that to Twitch. Maybe that can help them with their falling numbers. Anyway, I'm not dogs mature. I'm not even sure what that is, and initially I read that as dog's butter, and if that is a thing, I really don't want to know what is the main ingredients of that thing. So anyway, we have some lovely Pokemon gym music. On the last stream, as those that were here towards the end of the stream will remember, we were upgrading the project. We were on 2019 and we're now on 2021, which you can't see, but it actually says in my window just above here. Mark Finite, how are you doing? Great stream today. I was enjoying hearing all your latest news, and for those that haven't heard, Finite Singularity, aka Mark, is now in bed with Elgato, shall we say. So soon he's going to have a 5% discount code, which I believe will be Finite, but I could be wrong. So if you need anything from Elgato, then definitely head on over to Mark's stream and grab that. Guess that's the way to do it, say it. Anyway, meanwhile, during my monologue, we had a raid from One Lion, or should I say, One Lion. Let's not miss one of those ones out. Who was having no, I can't say I was having a great stream today. I've got to pretend like I wasn't there. Welcome in, One Lion and Raiders. Thank you for bringing your crew over to see us, One Lion. Please tell us what you were working on today in your stream. Pretending like I don't know. Do spill the tea. Spill the beans. Is it tea or beans? Maybe it's both. Here, looky here. Now, what do we have? Yes, exactly. It's me again. Pickle juice. Pickle juice was what you were working on today in your stream, was it? Or are you talking about spilling the pickle juice? Speaking of which, we just had to remove Skip the Pickle from rotation on our thumb streamers because look, he throws up the mature stream screen, and so he doesn't appear correctly in the streams I follow. We can't watch him streaming, so we had to take him out. So when it refreshes momentarily, it looks like it's not very active at the moment. We've got Andrea Noah Art, who is an amazing artist, and she is on her BRB screen, so not a great first two to kick off with, was it? I was working on Pickle Juice and an archery bot game, Twitch overlay type thing, using Blazor only. So tell me this, One Lion, I think I've already given away that I was in your stream earlier. What package was it that you were in when you were animating the archer and you were saying, well, I created a circle here and a shape here? Because that didn't look like any package that I was familiar with. But I did see a hierarchy on the left-hand side. Figma. Okay. I'm not sure if finite singularity is Figma familiar, but yeah, I hadn't seen that screen or layout before. I don't know a lot about Figma, it has to be said. I think someone suggested to me once I might be able to use it for my website refresh, but I didn't realise you could do things like that in it. See, I knew Mark would be familiar. Got a whole bunch of techie people in here. Oh no, there's no baby. What? Wait, what? Where's it? What the? Hang on. What is going on? We can't be balked this early. I refuse to be balked. What do we have? So it should be snap camera. That's already open, or I wouldn't have any camera. So why no baby? That's bizarre. That's never not worked to such a degree as that. Oh, well, Berlin will be happy to hear that StreamerBot just crashed. Ah, my goodness. Okay, so we're going to restart streamer.bot. That's why it didn't process the redemption. And then we will kick off a freebie baby for Dukasoft, because Dukasoft does like babies. Does that sound wrong? I hope it doesn't sound wrong. Right, we're going to close streamerbot. I crashed out. Yes, I know you did. You gave me a fatal exception error, so thank you for that. Now I'm going to have to go into Task Manager. What's happening in Task Manager? Let's sort it alphabetically so that I'm not hunting through all the open tasks, because there's way too much open on here. Oh, there we go. Another fatal UI exception. I know you told me, StreamerBot. I'm trying to end your process. Thank you. If you just give me a moment. So cotton picking impatient. Okay. Streamer.bot. There it is. Right click. End task. Bye bye. Alright. Now we're going to fire it up again, and everything will be rosy in the garden. I don't think Berlin's here, so he can't give us grief about StreamerBot causing issues. He's probably in one of his many meetings. Your StreamerBot seems to crash a lot. It does. I'm not sure if it's because of the amount of things I push through it, because I don't just use it for streaming, I use it for automation as well. When I woke up today, there were 200 items in the action queue to process, and they're items that I have to delay by 9 minutes each, just because they make posts on Discord. And so yeah, I think there was 183. I don't know how many there are at the last count, but the problem is now it's crashed out, I've lost all of those in the queue, so there'd be no recovery from that. However, we are back in business now. Got it back open again with a completely clear queue, which, sorry, I lost most of those posts for Unity assets, but anyway, I'm going to try to grab a snack before our work team potentially going into a meeting. I'll say, meetings, I'm sorry, one line. Well, I hope they finish fast. So yes, let's do a, well, unless Dukasoft already did a fancy pants shout out for one line. Let me scroll back and see. Yes, thank you for that, Dukasoft. So get yourself over to one line stream and give him a watch. He's working on a Twitch game where you have a redemption to shoot arrows into the target, and then you have to specify the angle and the draw force, the drawback of the bow, and see if you can hit the target. So fun times. It was automated. Wait, what? There was an automated fancy pants shout out. Well, that is interesting. I can't believe that's a Twitch thing. That must be something I've built in. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, you know, you could have taken credit for that, so thanks for your honesty, Dukasoft. Okay, so to those new to the channel, I usually work on this game you can see here called Homeward Hound in Unity. That's Mondays and Wednesdays at 1:30 Central, and then on Fridays I have a derail day where I work on a side project which is currently a zombie game. So yeah, as I was saying before the raid, the last stream ended with me upgrading the whole project, which was a little bit dangerous, from 2019 to Unity 2021. It was probably not StreamVOD. I mean, the raid came in before it crashed, so I'm thinking it probably was, if it wasn't Twitch, because I don't have anything else automated on here. So after upgrading the project, thankfully I had not thankfully I had a couple of errors, but I only had a couple of errors that thankfully were cleared with the little clear button here, and it seems to run okay. So I think that's probably one of the most successful engine version upgrades I've had. I'm probably going to jinx myself now, but so yeah, he can still keep running around. Don't take any notice of the sky strip at the bottom of the screen. That's because we're still blocking out the level. Alright, so we have the Rottweiler in here, and this is the Rottweiler that we have detecting when we get close, and then turns around and says hi to us. So let's temporarily take out this wall or cage. Okay, and what we can do is demonstrate where we're at so far with the NPC Rottweiler. Yeah, so the idea of Homeward Hound, for those unfamiliar, is that this beagle will be stranded far from his home and wakes up in a dog pound and then has to get back through various challenges to his family / home. So this is one of the NPC dogs that we're working on. That is currently in his idle state, and if we press a key we can actually start him walking, and then when he gets close to us he turns around, animates turning and faces us, and then if we run out of the detection circle, maybe, possibly, let's turn off. Actually, it's not maximized, is it? It's because we don't have it in a separate window. Okay, so there's the Rottweiler. And we did actually leave the circle, so I'm not sure why he didn't go back to his... Oh, he did, there he goes. Yeah, he went back to his walk cycle. And then if we kind of run around, see him again from here, as soon as we breach that green sphere, he turns around to face us again. Okay, so what we said we were doing last stream, tense indeed, Magister, was we need to do some more work on Rotty, and when he's walking around, if he walks into or up to one of the cage sides, he would then turn around and walk in the opposite direction. Sometimes he might jump up on the fence, and then when he goes close to the bowl of water, bowl of food, he either eats or drinks. So that's where we're at. And last time we discussed either adding an additional collider on him, since he already has this sphere collider, or using a raycast to shoot a magic beam out of his head in a forward direction to determine when he gets close to something like the fence. So what I've decided is to start first with a collider, see how that works. I don't usually opt for multiple colliders because you have to do things like detect which collider is colliding with something, and it can get a bit messy. But since we have this one set as a trigger, the additional collider will not be set as a trigger. So that'll mean that separate methods in the code get called when it finds a collision, detects a collision. So if we just add a component here, and the component we're adding is a collider, and the best collider I think probably be a capsule collider, because a box is going to be a bit too boxy, for want of a better word. A capsule collider, if we have it on not on the Y plane, then on the Z plane we should be able to cover like the main section of his body and his head. So I'll give that a try. Okay, so when you add a collider to an object, if the object doesn't have a mesh, then it won't automatically size to what it thinks it needs. So it just puts in either a default size or it'll put in a massive size. So what we need to do is try and find it. There it is. Click on Edit Collider, which doesn't look like a capsule at the moment because it has the same dimension, so it just looks like a sphere. But if we start to drag it out, you'll see it will actually be a capsule shape. And what we need to do is, instead of it being on the y-axis, we need it to be on the z or z axis. So it's that way up. Okay, so if we go up to the top view, have a look, we need to size this. Okay, so we've already clicked on the Edit Collider button, so we should literally be able to drag it. Game over. This seems like elevator music. Okay, so that looks like it pretty much encompasses the dog. Let's have a look from the other sides. Okay, so we're detecting, we could drag this down a bit so it detects more from the front. Actually, I believe I did not have any intonation in that comment one line to say, I didn't say, oh, this is just like elevator music. So I don't think I implied whether I thought that was a good or a bad thing, but you're quite right. I do think it's a bad thing. I don't really want to go onto Spotify and search for elevator music DMCA free playlist. No, I didn't do that, and I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is drink coffee and get this capsule working and not have any dogs barking in the background, which, granted, is probably the most appropriate sound effect. I kind of did. Okay, subconsciously I may have.
Good dog.
Thank you, Dukesoft. Yes, not really good dog. I have 3 dogs, and one of them is laying down like he just fell from a very high building, or she did. One you can probably hear in the background outside, and the other one is barking inside at the one that's barking outside. I don't know. I'm going to put them all outside in a minute. Hey Park, how are you doing? Hope your Wednesday is going well. Igni, can you not? Thank you. Alright, so let's see. One hand drinking coffee, the other hand fussing the dog. Now, I guess I'm going to have to press the keys with my nose. No, it's not going to work because the cap gets in the way. You're honky-dory. Good job, APOC. That got auto-modded, funnily enough, because that first word could have been considered a racist term, but I think in light of the fact that if people here are racist, they don't last long, and that is a phrase that I use myself, then I think we're good. I think I know APOC well enough that I don't have to swing my banhammer. Band, right, Dukesoft? Down, boy, down. Okay, so before I was rudely interrupted by barking dogs, we were resizing the capsule collider. So if we look at it again from the top, it's It's not easy sometimes to see exactly where to click, but I think as long as you click close enough to the point at the end, you should be good. So that's going to detect all the way out here, and I don't really want that. But I do want it to encompass in case he bumps into anything. So I think if I maybe drag this down, let's see, we don't want to go any lower than that, and then maybe bring it back somewhat to say here. How will that look? Okay, it's not too bad. And the good thing is that because if we do it this way, we're not detecting the particular type of collider. If we decide at a later time that a different collider component would be better, say a box collider, then we can just remove this and add the box collider in, and any code that we have in place will still work. No guarantees Duca won't. You're not wrong. I am learning English slangs. I just watched a review for Samsung S24 Ultra. It's crazy. So is the price. Yeah, I'm an Apple person, but not a early adopter. So I have an older iPhone. I don't spend 4 figures on a phone just because it's the latest one out, regardless of how much Apple try and sway me by saying they'll give me interest-free credit and let me spread it over payments for the rest of my life. So yes, I'm quite happy with my phone that I have. And I say quite happy. It has a big green line down it where I dropped it when I last visited England on my mum's kitchen floor. And so it has a very bright green line about 2/3 from the left of the side of the screen, which is a bit annoying. So I took it in to the repair shop and I said, hey, how much can we get this screen fixed for? And he said, $105. And I said, thank you, good day, sir. And I left promptly. I pay cash for my phones as well, about once every 4 to 5 generations. Yeah, I mean, I like, the only differences really that I see that do interest me on the newer iPhones are the cameras. They seem to keep improving the cameras. I do wonder how many separate lenses they're going to have on the back eventually. I don't think you'll be able to put a case on or a pop socket soon, because I think the back will just be a bunch of lenses. But yeah, I used to have an XS Max, and then I switched it out with Firefighter Gamey when she bought an X from eBay and didn't realise that it was a smaller screen. So now she has mine, I've got that one, and yeah, I think I might be due for a newish one. But I've had some pretty good luck shopping on eBay for mine. You know, someone goes out and buys a brand new phone, someone that is an early adopter and has a few generations back, then I snap it up at a bargain. So 6 years old, a bit slow, but was perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, mine's not that fast, but I don't really do a lot on it. Most of the time I'm at my desk. When I go on it, if we go out anywhere, I'm always the one, or mostly the one that's driving, so I don't really use it in the car. And then if we go out to a restaurant or if we go to visit people, you know, it's not good manners to sit there on my phone, so I don't really use it that much, to be honest. And I rarely, almost never, use it as a phone, which is kind of ironic given that, you know, it's supposed to be a phone. I have it set so that anybody that calls that's not in my contacts list goes straight to voicemail, because I get a lot of spam calls. So yeah, it does the job. Still works nicely when I need a cheap GPS thingy. That is one thing I do use it for, register. Even on local drives, I'll put the destination in, and then Mrs. Gamey says, what are you putting that in? What are you putting the address in for? You know where it is. And I say, yeah, I know where it is, but if there's any jams on the way, and the nice little red line you get that tells you that a road is solid, not moving traffic, then I can either take a diversion or it'll tell me to divert. So there is that. New camera is one thing I'll consider upgrading for. Then my 12 Pro has a pretty great camera. Yeah, now the 12, I was reading the other day, the 12 is supposed to be one of the better cameras, even in some aspects compared to the newer ones. So that's the generation that I've been looking at on eBay. So what you should do, Mark, really is you should say, hey, you know what? Now I'm Fancy Pants Elgato ambassador. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a brand new iPhone so that I can, you know, carry on that ambassador look, and then I will send my old phone to Bit Gamey free of charge. That would be, I mean, call it a late Christmas present if you like, but that would be okay. I wouldn't have any problems with that. Okay, so Doggy Dog now has this collider. We're not going to set it to trigger. And what happens when we, for that Elgato Stream Deck app? Yes, I do. Coffee Rocks, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, I do have a Stream Deck. Don't really talk about it too much, but let's see if we can get it to come out of its little house. So there's my, I need to set up some more of the buttons, but there's my Stream Deck. I've got the 15 button Mark II. I haven't got the Super 32 buttons or whatever it is, or the new one with the twiddly knobs on it. But I like it. It does what I need it to do. So it seems to be how I am with most things. Oh, I've got a phone that's a few generations old. It does what I need it to do. I've got a Stream Deck, which isn't the top of the line. It does what I need. As long as it does what I need it to do, then I'm generally happy. So, Coffee Rocks, I'm the same way. Unless I recognise the number, I don't answer. Yeah, you see, the thing is with iPhones, you can just set it to silence unknown callers or something like that. And if the number comes in and it's not in your contact list, then it just goes straight to voicemail, and it just shows on your lock screen that you've got a missed call and it shows the number. So, yeah. That be that. Yeah, I'm doing alright today. I was happy when I upgraded my project. Well, I'll be happy if these dogs stop barking. I upgraded the project last stream, and we actually left the upgrade running from 2019 to 2021 Unity. Let me just let this dog outside before it does my head in. So I will BRB. Okay, that's enough Operation Wolf. The neighbour, how very dare he, decided he was going to take his dog for a walk. So unsurprisingly, my dogs decided to bark at their dog.
Dog's out. Baby did.
Oh, thank you for that reminder, Dukesoft. Yes, I owe you a baby redemption. Hang on. Let's see if it's behaving now that StreamVOD is back.
Wanted, Bit.ly the kid. $100,000 reward for his capture.
Okay, the baby is back. I hope this is okay for you, Dukesoft, since, you know, if you catch me, you'll get 100,000 baby dollars. Not real dollars. I'm not made of money. But, yes. So, what were we talking about? The dog and the dog collider. So because we don't have it set to a trigger, he will be physically stopped from trying to pass through anything else that has a collider. Whereas this collider we had before, the sphere collider, means that it will detect a collision, but it won't stop any objects. So that's why we used that one for the beagle, and detecting things coming within range of the dog, but we're going to use this physical collider, for want of a better expression, so that it will stop him going into the walls and stuff. So it will still do the same detection, but instead of saying, stop, puppy, don't go through that object, now you can hear baby dogs in the background. So instead of like with the sphere collider, it can just, anything can pass through it, and it will detect what passed through it. Nothing can pass through the non-trigger collider. So what we can do,
Oh no,
I can
Bitly the kid escaped. No reward for you.
Haha, no reward for you today, Dukasoft. If you were made of many, you would be a lot easier to catch. This is true, but also might blow away in the wind, so I guess it depends whether I was made of bills/notes or coins. I'd be a bit heavier if I was made of coins. A bit misleading with that dogs behind and the text saying press F to open. Yes, that's not really bait and switch. Can probably disable that. That was when we were doing the testing. We were doing the testing for opening and closing objects for the player. There we go. Sorry to disappoint you there, Dukasoft. I think you might need a different stream if that's your interpretation, shall we say. Alright, so to test this, previously the dog, when he's walking, the Rottweiler would have been able to walk through the cage and walk through the walls, but now he has the new collider. Assuming we put the wall back in place. Oh. Let's put it back to the orthographic camera instead of perspective camera. Right, so let's put this wall back and then we'll try and walk him into it and see what happens. I'll close that. Enable the cage side. Hit play. Press the key to get him to walk. So previously he would have just walked straight through this wall here. Now he might start doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk when he gets close if his collider does its job. Yep, there we go. So now we can't pass through it. But if this box collider wasn't on him, we disable it and he just passes straight through. Alright, so based on that, we should now Bitcoin, very good, Ned, we know. Yes. I hadn't thought of that. Nice one. So now we're doing that. We can detect when we hit a wall or a cage or whatever, any object. So we need to take action based on when that happens. So if we go back into the code, and then I'll need to update the Visual Studio source object because we know how that works. I can use my voice command to tell it to show me the code, but unless it's pointing to the right one, not a lot will happen. So we'll go ahead and change that to the right one and then show code. And then it doesn't work anyway and I'll just look stupid. So yay! Show code. Just doesn't like me today, does it? Show code. Alright, I'm just going to cough and we'll pretend it worked, but it was just a delay. Okay, so there we go. Look, voice commands working at their finest. Alright, so originally we'd said about possibly setting up a raycast, but for now we're going to try it with an additional collider. Camera lagging. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me have a look and see why. We all know by now that I need a new CPU that I will be getting from eBay when one comes up at the right price with my watch list. Why are we lagging? Let's have a look. Oh, 100% CPU. Do you think that might explain it? That might be a good reason why things are slowing down. I love these random system processes like WMI provider host. Ah, that's what's causing me problems. I know exactly what to do now. Okay. Well, let's keep going. I'll see if there's some things I can close out in the meantime. Let's close that. Just make sure I don't have any backups running. Last backup run 9 hours ago. Next backup run 2 hours later. Okay. So it's not running right now. Coffee rocks! 200 biddies! Thank you very much! Look at that fireworks display. Glorious. Thank you very much. Nerdwino! Look at that. We're even changing streams I follow while we're having a fireworks display. What? Pew 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 pew! And we know how great the fireworks are for not slowing down the stream at all, so yay! Changing streams I follow and killing my PC all for 100 bits. Do you know what? It's worth every biddy, Nerdwino. That's all I'm going to say at this point. And look, it's almost displaying streams. Is that broken now? We know it's not. Oh no, it's changing again. What's going on? What's the what? Why does it keep changing? We had 2 people.
What you see, huh? You got the good taste.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Nerdwino, for those other 100 biddies. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
And-
anonymous gifter, for gift subbing.
And a gift sub too.
Thank you so much, an anonymous gifter, for gifting a subscription to Pgurly.
To Pgurly. Thank you. P. Gorley gets a gift sub. Thank you very much. Oh, look. Kicked off a train, a hype train. Thank you very much. I probably still look like I'm running at 2 frames per second, so apologies for that. I don't know if the audio is affected or if it's just me moving around. I should probably not move fast, should I? But we ended up with Dire Prongs, who apparently is offline, so I don't know what happened there, and DJ Charlie Spriggs, who is also offline. So let me see if I can manually run that, because we're not supposed to pick up anybody that's not online. So let's go back into StreamerBot and look for thumb streamers, and let's see if we can test it. It does seem to have a mind of its own. I don't know why. Oh, I know why it's running all the time. Why it keeps updating. So for those of you that are aware of how StreamerBot works, it uses triggers, and I'd set up a command that said if any commands are triggered, then it should run the streams I follow refresh. So that's why. Okay, so Coffee Rocks, thank you very much for the the 100 biddies, and wait. Thank you for the subscription, Coffee Rocks. Oh my goodness. What is going on today? 93% of a level 1? What? And we have Sochi Riot and ML Jesus TV showing now. Excellent. So I think we worked out what was wrong with the thumb streamers. Oh, Porky Poo. Oh, look, you brought Porky out as well. Oh my goodness. Chaos. Well, I appreciate you all, so thank you very much. Okay, so we worked out why the streams I follow wasn't working. I was working incorrectly because it was triggering every time any command got triggered, like hype or any of the other commands. It went, oh, there's somebody running a command. Let me refresh the streams. But I didn't want that, so I've disabled that command. The only two triggers on it now are when the stream starts, it picks 2 live new streamers, and every 15 minutes. So with a bit of luck, that'll keep working. Coffee Rocks, another 100. Too generous. Thank you so much. I unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your viewpoint, don't have a onesie to put on, so I can't do like Belinda does and says, oh, if we get to level blah blah, then I'm going to do this. If we get to whatever level, I'm going to say thank you to those that helped get me there. But I don't really have anything set up at the moment. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know, because I'm all about the silly stuff, or I wouldn't turn into a baby every stream. So if you have any ideas what I can do for different level hype trains, then let me know. Okay. Oof. Wow. Okay, so what were we doing?
Wanted, Bit.ly the Kid.
And there it is.
$100,000 reward for his capture.
So somebody is trying to get some of my bitty money, my hype train money. No, you got to catch me first to get the 100,000, and you'll never catch me. Run as fast as you can. You won't catch me. I'm Bit.ly the Kid. That doesn't rhyme. I'll have to come up with a better one. Okay. So, no glasses, and you're gonna try and capture me and put me in baby jail. Will it work? I don't think so. I'm a little wily baby. I'm Bit.ly the Kid. Thank you for that fake stream disconnect there. V tries to chat. Welcome in, V. How you doing? Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Look at all those pretty colours. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, so thank you for doing that, Redemption V, because that showed me I have a little bit of an issue with the Streams I Follow panel appearing above the fake
Congratulations. Bit.ly the Kid was caught.
Wait, what?
$100,000 for you.
No, I can't be in baby jail. I've got a stream today.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay. Nicely done, Dukesoft. Good job. You managed to catch and put in jail a baby. I hope you're proud now. I hope you're proud. I hope your family's proud of you, and I hope your friends are proud of you, okay? Because you put a baby in jail. We can just think on that for a minute. Okay. Alright, so yes, thanks for that, V. That helped me to identify we need to move things around a little so that streams I follow does not appear over the top. Should be a easy fix. But in the meantime, we've got a Sochi Riot doing her music thing at the top, and I don't really know what's going on with ML Jesus TV. Oh, okay, he is streaming live. I see him in the corner now. I don't think there was much happening. Alright. So, what do we have next? We can now detect when the dog walks into anything, and he has a physical or a non-trigger collider attached. Quit being such a baby about it. Anyway, so thank you everybody for that hype train. I appreciate that. Never expected. I'm always happy when people just show up, to be honest. I know I've said that before, but it's true. It's, you know, I don't do this for the big numbers. I'd sooner have a small, friendly community than hundreds of people in here and not know any of them. So it does make it more challenging to have things like hype trains. So I'm always appreciative when I get them. So thank you. Choo choo! Hype dog's butt tummy. Thank you. But Spart, I'm not really sure what you were. Okay, so Nerduino's comment. That makes sense. Because it has a hype yummy emote. Okay, I see what you did there, butt spot, with your dog's butt. Alright, so what we're saying about different methods is because the sphere collider that we have has the trigger checkbox enabled, we use a method called onTrigger enter, onTrigger stay, and onTrigger exit. So 3 methods for when the collider is breached, when you're inside the collider, and when you leave the collider. What we can do now is, because we have a non-trigger collider, we have methods called onCollision. We have onCollision enter, onCollision stay, and onCollision exit. So we're going to say onCollision enter. So when the NPC dog, the Rottweiler, walks into something, we need to determine what he's going to do based on what he has touched. So let's have a little bit of fun with this, and we will say if collision dot game object dot compare tag then do something. So what we're saying is, if the dog comes up against something that has a tag of whatever we put between these quotes, then we're going to do something. So let me just have a quick look back where we have the cage, and I'm going to take the 4 cage sides that are currently untagged, and I'm going to add a tag, and the new tag I'm going to add is we'll just call it cage side, and then I'll save that. I get that you can't see what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm going to be right back in the code any moment. So now we've set up the tag, what I can do is set the tag. Okay, so all 4 sides of the enclosure that the Rottweiler is in are now tagged with cage side. So back in the code now, what I need to do is say we're going to check any objects that have the tag of cage side, and what we're going to do is we're going to destroy. So let's think of it like an electrified fence. We're going to destroy whatever it is. In fact, no, we're just going to destroy the game object that collides with it. So, show Unity. Ah, praise the Unity gods. Look, voice commands work again. Okay, Twitch told me I should say that, so I had to. No, right? It's a bit forceful, a bit. Some might even say aggressive. It's like you finish a hype train and it's like, okay, you got this new emote now. Put it in chat. You're like, okay, all right, okay, calm down now. And then you put it in chat because, you know, you feel like you have to. All right, so back in Unity, it's doing a quick recompile on the code because we added a new method for when the Rottweiler collides against something. And as fast as Unity can be sometimes. Things like this will speed up once I get the new CPU, once I have more cores to play with. Okay, so we're going to zoom out. We're going to watch Mr. Rotty, see what happens. Let's get a bird's eye view, as they say. And let's see what happens when he touches the side of what we said is an electrified fence. You really shouldn't touch electrified fences because, you know, it doesn't generally end well for those that do touch. So let's see. Just going for a walk around the cage. Walk around the cage. Oh, what's this? Is it a cage side? Oh, and he disappears. Why does he disappear? Because in the code we said destroy the object that touches the side of the cage. So that means the collision is working, and that means the detection of the tag is working. Show code. And so, oh, I just realised the time. Got to keep my eye on the time because I have to do a very quick school run in a few minutes, and then I'll be back. But I'll just jump on the BRB screen when that happens. Okay, so what we can do now is put our code in here for when the dog does touch the side. And what we need ideally, this is going to be the challenging part, we need to say we were going in this direction at this angle, we've touched the fence, the gate, the side, the cage, whatever you want to call it. We need to then smoothly turn to a random angle and then keep on walking. So should be interesting. All right, so let me jump back in the code myself. Hey, golly, who did that? We might never know, in fact, because while we were having a hype train, anonymous gifter gifted you a sub. So I don't know if it was a random gift, if they chose you, or, you know, who knows? Because I think that's the whole idea of it, saying anonymous, meaning we don't know. So it will be somebody in chat, so I'm sure, you know, you can throw out a random thanks to anonymous, whoever they may be. It's been good to see you, Coffee Rocks. Yeah, I usually catch you on Balint stream and have fun with your coffee command, but yeah, it's good to be on the other side of the fence this time. I'll have to see if I can get that sound alert from Balint so we can have a coffee command in here. Okay, so we destroyed the dog. Actually, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? We destroyed the game object that collided with the... We called it an electrified fence, but really it's just the cage. So we can detect what the cage is doing now. So the next steps are rotate NPC dog to random angle, test with 90 degrees, Rotate NPC dog to random angle to 90 degrees while animating. I mean, you don't have to put a thanks in the chat if you don't want to, Pigolly. If you were offended by somebody giving you a gift subscription, offended so much you didn't want to thank them, then that's entirely your prerogative. Rotate NPC dog to random angle, test with 90 degrees while animating, and then once we've turned while animating, what are we going to do next? Return to walk, cycle, and continue moving. Okay, so I believe we already have do tween in here. Yes, using DG tweening. So we can use that. So we need transform dot. Actually, where's the rotation code? We already have some rotation code in here, don't we, for when he turns to face. Here, this one here. Dynamic. Oh, it's a dynamic. Do dynamic look at. Yeah, that's not going to help us here. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go and do the school run. I will be back hopefully in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. If it's 20 minutes, I'm apologising in advance because that's quite a long BRB, but I don't really want to end the stream just to start a new one again. So hopefully some of you will still be around when I come back, but I will be back, that I can guarantee you. So thank you again for the raid train. If you'll be back, I'll be Beethoven. There we go, or Beethoven as I like to say. So one line will be busy with his Beethoven, and I'll be busy picking up mini gamey from school. So I will leave you on the BRB screen with some nice, not some nice music, we need to pause the music, but with some nice retro gaming. So I hope you get a good one because they're random, and I'll see you when I get back. Bye for now.
Past, present, and future walked into a bar. It was tense. Get hyped for Merrill Marsh. It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs, because they take everything literally.
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
Alrighty, I have returned. That's enough Arkanoid. One of my favourite retro games. Chris TS, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Well, I trust. Okay, so where were we when I left? We were transform.door apparently. We're looking to rotate to a specific angle. So let's show Unity. Alright, let's have a look back in Unity and see about parent and child objects and rotation and stuff. Okay, so what we want to do really, we don't want to rotate to a specific angle. We want to rotate on the positive or the negative, a certain angle on top of the current angle. So let's have a look. Just in time for you to say goodnight. Oh, well, good night, Dukasoft. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all your contributions today. And I hope that you have a good night's sleep and some nice dreams. And you wake up fully refreshed tomorrow. Okay, so this is the dog as we have it at the moment. So we're obviously going to rotate on the Y axis. This is the one that we want to rotate. So what we'll do for now, kind of need to detect which side the fence is, don't we? Like we detect which side the player was. So we might need to use some of the same code. So, show code. Been busy with Exodus, no-brainer multi-platform interface for retro abandonware games. Exodus. Haven't heard of that. I mean, I've heard of DOS, Disk Operating System, back in the day with the lovely command lines. But Exodus I'm not familiar with. As you'll have seen from my BRB screen, I too like retro games. Okay, so back in the code, we want to rotate transform dot do rotate. Let's have a look. Do rotate twins of transforms rotation to the given value. Rotate quaternion twins of transforms given using pure quaternion values. Also stores the transforms between targets. Help use a filter operator. Do rotate preferred rotation method. Okay, so they're saying we should use do rotate. Okay, so we're going to do a rotation, and let's have a look. So it says it wants a vector3 dot end value. Okay, so I'm going to say vector3, and we want the end values are going to be transform dot applies a rotation of when the angle is 60 degrees. Rotation's kind of my nemesis. This is going to be a bit of trial and error. See if we can get this to work. Transform world space. Okay, so let's say transform.rotation.x, comma, and then we want whatever is on the y plus 90. And then the z. Great stream, see you soon. Hello, Mrs. Big Gamey, and thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you sooner rather than later. Do rotate. Okay, so do rotate wants a vector 3 end value, which we've selected, and a duration. So we're going to say we'll do it in 1 second. Say 2 seconds so that we can watch it happening. Why is this not happy? Non-invocable member vector 3 cannot be used like a method. You say new vector 3 then? Okay, let's try that. Save that. And what we need to do is show Unity. Maybe, maybe not. Show Unity. Okay, there it is. Currently recompiling with a new change. And then we're going to put the Rottweiler fairly close to the wall, or to the cage side. So we will move him on up, moving on out. Okay. We're going to hit play, we're going to have him walk, and then we're going to see what happens when he touches the cage this time. We won't destroy him, we will hopefully turn him. So what we would expect to happen is he's currently at 0 degrees rotation on the Y axis. We're hoping to slowly rotate him to 90 degrees. So he should be facing that direction. Let's see if that actually happens. So hit play. I'll start him off on his walk cycle and keep everything crossed. And there he goes. Look at that. Smooth as silk. Is that the saying? Smooth as silk? Soft as butter, smooth as silk? I think so. Anyway, that worked out pretty smoothly. Let's try it again. But because it did just 90 degrees, he just walked alongside the fence, which we don't really want. So it touches it and then turns, goes that way. Alright. So what we want really, sake of testing, is 90 took him alongside the fence. Spicy Balint is back in the house. Okay, so let's go for something like 150. Let's try that. So every time he touches the fence, and I think maybe we'll turn it round at a faster pace. Let's try 1 second and see how that works. So I'm just going back in real quick, change it to 150 and 1 second, save that, back to Unity. Does anybody want coffee? Everybody wants coffee. Everybody wants coffee rocks in their stream. But you can't have him, Balint, because I've got him in here right now, so... Oh, Balint going for the drop. And oh, a little overshoot there. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin rotating on the toilet. Travel, how are you? I hope you're managing to stay warm and you're keeping well. It's I never thought I'd say this when I was talking about 40 degrees, but it's a little bit warmer today. It's actually 40 at the moment, I believe. Makes a nice change from half of that we were seeing, 20 degrees. Okay, so we've changed the code. Let's go back and see what the dog does. If we zoom out a bit more, I'll be able to watch him properly from here. Let's see, should touch the cage and then turn, and then touch the next cage and turn, and just pretty much keep going around, rotating 150 degrees at a time every time he touches the side. So let's give it a try. And go. Touches, turns. Oh, for the sake of this, we could probably have him moving a bit faster, couldn't we? But let's see if he turns 150 again. Oh no, what's he doing now? He's kind of gone a bit sad now.
Hey, does anybody want coffee?
And now he just got stuck in the corner. Alright, well that clearly didn't work as intended. So why did he not turn? Have we not got the tag set? So tag is cage side. Tag is set correctly. So let's put a debug statement in there and just jump back into the code. And I'm going to say collided with cage. Oh, I bet I know what's happening. I think it's caching the original transform rotation. So it's saying, okay, let's take the Y and turn in 150. But then when it gets to the other side of the cage, I think it's taking the original and saying 150 as well. So it's only ever going to turn 150. Let's see. Let's give this a save and give it another test. Actually, I could do with a coffee. I'm coffeeless at the minute. I'll have to make do with my flavoured water. Alrighty. Come on, Pupper. Do what you're supposed to do. Okay, so we're going to click on the Rottweiler so we can see what his rotation is. I'm going to hit play. So the first thing he does is he hits the first cage side, and his rotation is currently 0. That should change to 150. Okay, so he turns to 150 and then starts walking slightly off of that. Then what should happen, a balmy 7 degrees with -2 wind chill factor. Yeah, that is not good coffee. Hopefully wherever you are, that's temperatures that you are used to, but we're definitely getting an unusually cold spell here in Texas. Okay, so let's see, we're at 138. What's he going to do? So we've got collided with cage here, so let's clear that message. Let's see if it detects the collision. So it detects it, and I think it's just taking it back to 150 again. So what we can do is I'm going to jump back into the code and move this print statement. I'm going to say collided with cage, rotated to, and then I'm going to show the transform dot rotation dot y plus 150, and we will see what it says. Okay, back to Unity. Recompiles. Why do I feel like this streams I follow is not working? It seems to have been stuck on these two streams for a while, and it's supposed to change every 15 minutes. I wonder if changing scenes has affected it. Let me have a look. Quick look in StreamerBot. Action cues. Settings. Timed actions. Okay, so for some reason my timed action has disappeared. What? Refresh. Streamers is what I called it. And it was supposed to be every 600 seconds because we said we'd change them every 10 minutes. So if I go back to actions, yeah, it says timed actions and has unknown because it doesn't show it anymore. How weird, it just disappeared. Alright, so refresh, and then we can enable that trigger, can test trigger. Okay, now they're updating. Can disable that one again. Now we should get 2 new live streamers. Let's see who are we going to get this time. Hoping that you don't get any noise from that white noise video there. One line said that yesterday there was audio coming through, so I've changed it hopefully so you don't hear anything. And then in a few seconds, there we go, touch of chaos, and we funnily enough got Sochi Riot back again. So that's either a coincidence or there's actually not a lot of live streamers that I follow that are on at the moment. Okay, that's good, that's working. So in 10 minutes you should see some more white noise and we should get 2 hopefully different streamers. Alrighty, so we're going to hit play. Oh, let's zoom out so we can see what he's doing again. This polar vortex has been brutal, right? Definitely a lot of people in a lot of different places saying that yes, they're used to cold temperatures, but not quite this cold. I'm hoping that we've seen the lowest dip and it's not going to get any lower than this. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick looky at the weather app, see what it says is going to happen. So at the moment we have 45, which apparently is the high today. Tonight it's going to drop to 15. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 67. Ooh. But then Friday onwards we've got a high of 44, 42, 41, 53, 55, 57, 60 and 57. So not terrible. As of Monday and Tuesday we might have rain, but it's going to climb up through the 50s. Tomorrow's a bit of an outlier at 67, but I can live with that. I don't mind 67. Even though it's going to be 15 tonight. Oof. So glad my heater's working again. Alright. So we're going to hit play and we're going to see what comes up in the console down here. It should tell us not only when the edge is touched, but also the angle it's rotating to. My guess is it's going to say 150 both times. So I hit play, wait for Unity to wake up, and off you go, Rotty. So first time he hits it, it says collided with cage, rotated to 150. Okay, and then when he gets to the next one, goes on a bit of a drunken wander, hits it. Now that's weird. It says collided with cage, rotated to 0.88. If that was the case, we would see 0.88. It would be facing that way. I don't really see how 150 plus 150 is 0.88 even on a 360-degree circle. I mean, the good news is that it's not giving the same number at both times. The bad news is that even though it said it was rotating it to 0.88, it didn't rotate to that. Show code. And it's a parent object, so it shouldn't be local rotation. Do rotate twins a transform's rotation to the given value also stores the transform as the tween's target, so it can be used for filtered operations. I don't know what that means. It needs a vector 3 end value, float duration. Maybe we need to change the rotate mode. If we say rotate mode dot something. Rotate mode dot. Let's have a look. Local axis add adds the given rotation to the transform's local axis. World axis add adds the given rotation to the transform using world axis, and an advanced precision mode, like when using transform.rotate. I think that's the one we want. Okay, so transform rotation, so that's the first parameter. That's the second, and that's the third. Okay, so we'll save that. Back into Unity. Show Unity. Show Unity. There it is. Okay, so I wait for this to recompile and give this a try. Play. Come on, Unity, be nice to me. So we start off with Mr. Rutty in his default position. Starting walk-in. Does his rotation. Rotated to 150, it says in the console. Let's see what happens when we hit this spot. Way, look, he's turning. 0.93, but he did actually turn this time. So we could try some extreme testing in a minute. Here he goes, turning again. Okay, so let's do a speed of 2. There he goes. Do a speed of 10. Oh, well, he's kind of trying to break out now. Oh, and he did break out. Good job. Extreme testing. There he goes. Oh, oh my goodness. Dogfight. No, stop, stop. Don't put him on a speed of 10. I think there's a lesson learned there. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. Okay, so let's not do speed 10, but we probably need a faster speed than he was moving. So let's try, so 0.5 was a bit slow, but also this is a large enclosure just so we can do the testing. So let's bring, in fact, the original cage back on here. Or did we delete it? Great. No, that's the small cages for inside. I don't know if I deleted the cage or not. Oh, we have a giveaway in the chat. Thanks to the generosity of Travel the World. Anybody that's in chat, if you want to use the command enter, exclamation point, exclamation mark, enter, you could win such a baby coaster. So you have 3 minutes starting now. Let me see, which one does it let me pin? I can pin that one. Pin it for another 2 minutes. Alright, use the enter command if you want to enter the giveaway. Thank you very much, Travel. I appreciate that. Do you know what? I actually don't have one of those coasters, so I'm going to enter. And Coffee Rocks is in the draw. Alright. So at the moment, I've got a 50-50 chance of winning. Baby Court Coaster. So Fourth Wall has a merch store. I think I have a merch command. Maybe. Possibly. Okay, well, there's a merch link, I believe, under the stream, which will link you to my store. But also, if you click on the link in the Fourth Wall post, you should also be able to get to it, but this link should bring up the actual store, I believe, and show you all the merch items. Meanwhile, somebody's about to win a court coaster. So we're going to find out who that lucky person is. Thanks to the generosity of the always giving Travel the World. And we'll be setting up an LED sign soon. So this sign here, which is similar to the sign that Nerduino has on his stream. Once I get it figured out and have redemption set up for it, we're going to have some LED sign fun, and it comprises of 4 different items to get the sign working, and 2 of the most expensive items were purchased from my throne list by Travel, so thank you very much. Alright, well, 2-minute pin has disappeared, so we've got to be close. There it is. Alright, and I won. Sorry, Coffee. If I'd known you were going to enter. I think we entered at the same time, didn't we? Thank you, Travel. I appreciate that. I probably should have a coaster of... I should probably have one of each item in my merch store, shouldn't I? So that I can at least make sure that everything's good. But from what I've heard so far, the people that have received merch items have said about how good the quality is, especially the shirts. So this will be a good test. I'm not sure that... Thank you, Coffee. I'm not sure that anybody has bought a coaster yet, so this could be the first. This could be my first sale of a coaster, and I can test it out. Fourth Wall is great, and you know who else is great? You, Travel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Oh, I should probably do the redeem thing, shouldn't I? Click the link. Claim your gift. Verify with Twitch and claim your prize. Verify you own the Twitch account that was selected as a winner to claim your free gift. A baby face. I was happy with that. Alright, so redeem your gift. And then it wants all of my details. So I will fill that out after the stream. Thanks again, Travel. Really appreciate that. Always so generous. Okay, we're probably not going to be too much longer wrapping up since we've got the dog working now. Let's see if we can. We're looking to see if I still had the cage. I remember saying I didn't like it on a previous stream, and apparently I deleted it. Oh no, I didn't. There it is. Outdoor cage. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's the outdoor cage. As we can see, a lot smaller than the test enclosure we were using. So we can bring it back in here. So all we need to make sure is we can drag these in now and use these. I don't think did we put a collider on the cage itself? Let's have a look. Dog cage. Oh, we did. We put box colliders on it. So we would need to have this tagged as cage side. Let's see if this works. And so if we take the test enclosure and disable it, cage boundary test, turn that off. Now back down here, let's take Rotty. Oh, I didn't mean to expand the hierarchy like that. I'll go into the prefab. Okay, so we will take Mr. Pepper here and put him in this cage. And then let's see how it looks as far as the walking around now. We'll leave the speed at 0.5. Drag this down a bit, minimize that, get rid of his outline, hit play and see what he does. So I'll wait for Unity to wake up. Come down here. You see him better from this side? Probably. Okay, so we'll start him off. There he goes. And it's working. Excellente. How is that turn speed looking? Is he turning too fast or is it about right, do we think? Maybe turn a bit slower, do we think? He's spinning around a bit too fast when he gets to the edge. Yeah, I think he's spinning too quickly. Alright, so let me comment out the print statement so that we don't see messages in the console. Now it's working, and we are going to have a rotation speed on him of 0.5 instead of 1 second. Save that, flip back to Unity, wait for it to compile. And sometime before it gets dark, Unity will let us click on the play button and we'll see how it looks. So all we've done at this point is we've halved how fast he turns once he reaches the cage edge. See if that looks a bit more realistic. Okay, hit play, press the magic button to start him walking, And action. Oh, I actually went the wrong way. Because I've halved the time it takes, that's doubled his speed, so he's actually turning twice as fast now. Instead of taking 1 second, I want him to take 2 seconds. So, kind of went the wrong way with the speed. Oh my, it's 4:30p. I've got to go make supper. Take care, friends. See you later. See you later, Coffee Rocks. Really appreciate you stopping by today. Sorry you didn't win the coaster. Next time, I'm sure if there's a giveaway, you'll be more lucky. But enjoy your supper, and I will see you soon. If not here, then I'm sure in somebody else's stream. So enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so Unity is going to finish recompiling. Yeah, we're about done anyway, Coffee. I think we're going to raid out as soon as I make sure that we have this dog looking the best that he can look. Oh, we just had a refresh on the streams I follow. Let's see who we get this time come up. Okay, so now we've doubled the 1 second turning speed to 2 seconds. So let's see how that looks. I mean, it'll look a lot better once we don't look like we're running slow and dropping frames because of the speed of my PC. But once I get the CPU upgraded, be in good shape. Alright, I think that looks fairly realistic. He's kind of wandering around and oh, well, if we ignore that. Yeah, we can look at a random rotation amount. Maybe that's going to make things look better, but we can look into that next time. Alright, I'm happy with that. What I will do, so Rottweiler, set colliders that he can walk between. We did that. Animate turning to a random degree at collider. Use raycast. No, we didn't use a raycast in the end. We used another collider, which was fine. So all we need to do now, the next time, is animate turning to a random degree range. Alrighty, so go ahead and save the project. That'll be ready for next time. And who did we get? Oh, Duct Tape DevOps. Welcome back, Berlin. You missed a giveaway for a coaster. Travel the World did a giveaway and me and Coffee went head to head and I won it. So I'm going to have a coaster. A big gamey coaster on the way. Thanks to the always generous Travel. Okay, so we're going to raid out, but before we do that, I'm just going to remove Duct Tape DevOps from the text file that has all the channels I follow in, because there's no point in it coming up if it's going to say that it needs the mature channel answering. So we go to Twitch stream stuff, do not delete, follow channels, search for Duct Tape DevOps, there it is. Okay, close that out, save, close that. I did, I'm sorry. No sorries. Thank you very much. Don't make me start nerfing messages right as we're about to raid out. Okay. So I'm going to close out Visual Studio because the next stream will be on Friday, which is when we're working on the zombie game. So Homeward Hound can take a rest for one stream. Okay, so let's see who we do have on. Let's see who we can go over to. Oh, Sympathy's on. I haven't seen Sympathy in a while. What's she working on? The Pirate Software Jam. Pirate Software Jam. And looks like they've been going for less than an hour, so let's hop on over there and say hi to the peeps. Okay, so let's head on over to the ending screen, ending scene. Alrighty, so thanks to everybody for stopping by today. I appreciate the bits, the subs, the giveaway, and as the message says there, that's now working properly, I will see you on Friday. It should be my next regular stream day. Thank you, One Lion. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody that stops by. It still amazes me that anybody wants to stop by because, you know, game dev can be quite a dry subject. So I try to make it as interesting as possible. Magister X, good to see you as always. I'm sure I'll be seeing you on another stream, if not this one next. And, you know, it probably helps if I go ahead and actually kick off the raid command. That will definitely help us to raid out. Yeah, so we're going to raid Sympathy, who does game dev. She's actually an engineer by trade. If you don't fall asleep before any other, you'll be around. Okay. Thank you, Berlin, for your modding and your always giving with your time, with your gift subs, with your bits, with your mere presence. It's always appreciated. So we're going to raid out to Sympathy today, and it looks like they're working on Pirate Software Jam. So this is a game jam I think was mentioned in Irish John Games stream a couple of times. I've been a bit lax again today with my shout outs, so let me do a quick fancy pants shout out for Irish John Games. See if we can get a quick shout out before we raid out. Okay, there we go. Managed to fit it in. So click the heart to